Lilith and Leo. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are into astrology, if you have this placement, Lilith and Leo, I want to share with you what I've learned on my own personal journey. I hope it can help you too. For anybody who is watching and not familiar with astrology, Lilith represents the parts of you that were suppressed in childhood. Things happen on purpose. So I keep telling you guys, we're so unique, okay? If you guys have not looked up your birth chart, I recommend you start to study it. It's so interesting. I'm going to place a link down below where you can get your own placements. Most people think that they're just their sun sign, meaning if you're born in April, you're in Aries and that's it, right? But there's so much, it goes so much deeper than that. And on my own self-love, spiritual journey, the more I learned about astrology, the more I was able to awaken. Millionaires do not study astrology, billionaires do. The TV you're watching, the media, the people who run this world, the entities that run this world, see, astrology is real. They are syncing with the moon. There's certain emotions on earth, the full moon, things like that, new moon, what season we're in, all of it is relevant, all of it has purpose. So I recommend that if you're on a journey of self-discovery, if you want to know yourself deeply, you definitely want to start studying what each sign means in your own personal chart. Okay, so when we talk about Lilith and Leo, if enough people are into this video, I'll go ahead and do it in every sign. I feel like it'd be super interesting, but I'm an astrology geek, so that's interesting to me. I know I have so many Virgos here, but if you have a placement, if you have this placement in Leo, you gotta let me know. Okay, so Lilith and Leo, let's talk about it. Lilith, in a way, is a dark feminine energy that wants to be expressed, has been burning within you to come out, but you've been shamed. You've not been allowed to express these parts of you. And we all have different placements. So if you have a Lilith and Leo, think about the sign of Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun, shining bright. It's light, warm. Leos are loving, and the sign of Leo represents your inner child and playful things, love. They're natural leaders. They were born to shine, center stage, right? So if you know a Leo in your life, you can always spot a Leo because of their energy. They're so happy, positive, smiling. They have a playful energy and innocence to them. When we talk about having a placement of Lilith in Leo, this means that those things I just shared with you, all the positive aspects of Leo, and even the darker aspects of Leo, which I'll share with you too, they've been suppressed. And this is for a reason. Like, one thing I've learned, like, you might think that things are random in your life, but nothing is random. Everything is happening on purpose. So this is why astrology is so validating. It's so beautiful. Like, you're gonna see, oh, I went through this for a reason. So if you have this placement, this means that this is the energy that was stifled in your life. Your shine was hidden. It was suppressed. Your positive energy, your inner child, your playfulness, you were shamed for it. You were not allowed to express these sides of you. And other people, they'll try to also suppress this in you. You'll experience this in your life. They'll want to take your positivity. They want to smush it. They want to stomp it out. This is not happening randomly. This is happening because you have this placement in your chart. What does this mean for you? You're supposed to be able to rise from it. You're supposed to be able to connect to those aspects of you and do it anyways. When you think about Lilith, it's rebellious. If you study Lilith, right? So it's that dark feminine energy. She's gonna do it anyways. It's given to us in this way so that you can learn to connect to the parts, the darkest aspects of yourself that you were made to feel are not okay. Think about it. Leos are meant to shine. Like, if you have a Leo placement, you're a natural born star. Everybody looks at Leo. It's the sun. It's the only sign ruled by the sun. When you were little, people might have tried to dim your light, tried to tell you you're too positive, you're too happy. Why are you smiling all the time? Why do you got that look on your face? Why are you so optimistic? Don't you know this or that? Like, they try to put a brainy cloud on your rainbow. You know, I even had somebody recently, oh my God, like people will try to shame you. Okay, in my own life, you guys, I kid you not. Why are you so happy? Like, why are you so giggly? Like, nothing's even funny. Like, why are you smiling so hard? Like, are you insecure? So they want to dampen your shine. They want to put out your light, stomp it out. But this is happening so that you can connect to those parts of yourself. So we're on a journey of elevation, growth, evolution. When you lean into the aspects of Leo, if you have Lilith in Leo, you are meant to lean into the energy of Leo, but it's going to feel uncomfortable for you, or it will at first, because you were shamed for it. You were told it was wrong. So as you're walking through life, you naturally have this inner glow. But when you connected to it as a child, naturally, people in your life probably told you you were conceited. You were arrogant. Who do you think you are? You're not anybody. Like, do you think you're better than other people? Like, and it's not to shame them. They were playing their role in your life. So you were all spirits in a body. That's why this journey is so beautiful. You can stop pointing the finger at other people and look within. Every relationship is a mirror. What is it showing you about yourself? What is actually true about yourself? But you'll never even know these things if you don't study your birth chart. If you don't know where your Lilith is placed, like, right? So definitely look it up. But yeah, so if you have Lilith in Leo, you're meant to be an artist of some form. Like, Leos take center stage. A lot of times they're actors, singers, they're on stage, all eyes are on you, they're the star. So you probably have some talent that you're really good at, that you're meant to receive a lot of eyeballs on you, on your life. You're meant to shine in whichever specific talent you have. But maybe you felt afraid, you felt you have to hide. And if your Lilith is in Leo and Leo is ruled by the sun, that means you were taught to hide, to shrink, to not shine, because it was threatening to other people. It was irritating. They have to work on themselves. That's why I tell you, who cares what other people think? Connect to the real you, okay? And connect to your talents. Let yourself glow. Let yourself be the star that you are. And we all individually have our own gifts and talents. If you have this placement, I recommend that you surround yourself with other Leos. Now, there is a dark aspects to Leos, and we'll talk about that in this video. You know, because you don't want to connect to the dark aspects of Leo. If you have Lilith and Leo with that dark feminine energy, don't mess around with the dark aspects, but definitely connect to the lighter aspects. So for me, like, my ex-boyfriend was a Leo, and just such playful energy, so much innocence, glowing, shining, such a leader, very community minded too. Like, Leo wants everyone to be happy. They're connected to the heart space, right? Like, their hearts are so big. And I want you to be around Leos in a sense, right? It's good for you to connect with Leos if you have this placement. Somebody else on my feed, I realized, oh, they're a Leo. No wonder I'm drawn to their energy, to their light, because it inspires me. And so when you connect to Leos, it reminds you that that is how you're meant to be as well, or you want to connect to those aspects of Leo, to connect to that energy, right? So glowing, connecting to your talents, your heart space, your innocence. Like, you guys know that I create a lot of digital art. I have an Etsy store, and I definitely consider myself an artist, but when I look at my creations, even though I'm in my 30s, they are so, like, childlike. Like, I love bright colors. I'm gonna place some of my creations right here, like, and that's who I am, like, deep within. So it's very beautiful. If you have this placement, don't be shamed for it. Be yourself, be your unique self. We're all so different. Somebody else might have a Lilith in Virgo. They're not gonna get you. Like, you know, like, although I have Virgo placements, that's why I'm telling you this. Get to know yourself deeper, because you're not going to be like the person next to you, but you're not meant to be. You have different things to learn. You have different things to embody. You're a unique soul in this life. What lifetime are you on? Where's your consciousness? And all of it is okay. You have your own things to grow through. It doesn't mean you're perfect. It means that you're different and you're unique. You're rare. You're one of one. Look at your birth chart because it's going to reveal things to you. Lilith and Leo. What else is there? You probably love to laugh a lot. Be silly. And these are not things you have to hide. Your innocence, your playfulness, your heart chakra's on 10 right now. You're glowing. You have a beautiful aura. So connect to that positive energy. Like my best friend in high school told me, you're an eternal optimist, right? And just happiness, right? So no more being afraid or ashamed of your natural state of being. Connect to those feelings. You're allowed to shine. You're allowed to be happy. You guys, I have this affirmation in my house. Like, I will tell it to you guys forever. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to see the world through positive eyes. You're the sun. With this placement, Lilith and Leo, don't let people rain on your parade. Don't let their negativity get you. Put up energetic boundaries and be like, no, you know what? I'm going to feel good. I'm going to giggle. I'm going to smile. I'm going to listen to whatever music I want. I'm going to dance. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to be silly. I'm going to be there for my inner child that was not allowed to do those things, right? Like how many of us heard, like if you have this placement, you might have heard this phrase, grow up, right? As an adult now, as you're getting to know yourself, you're actually able to connect more to your inner child, which is beautiful. Now, let's talk about the darker aspects of Leo, right? The darker aspects of Leo, well, think about it. If somebody is a star, think of the diva. So that would be the darker aspect of Leo. Yeah, it's one thing to be confident because Leo is the lion. So they're fearless, they're strong, they're powerful, but they're also playful and fun. But what is the darker side? Well, what happens when a lion gets angry? Woo! When a lion gets angry, that's real bad. So you might have to work on your temper. Okay? So don't let that flare out of control. You were probably also shamed for that as a child, not allowed to feel your feelings. This is probably the whole world, right? Like, so, but if you were angry, you were probably told you were not allowed to feel angry. But now as an adult, it's about finding balance, right? So recognize your feelings, but don't let them take you over. You're meant to shine. You're a star on this earth. You're a walking lighthouse. A lot of people are going to be attracted to your light, but the darker side of Leo is becoming conceited, becoming narcissistic, and feeling like everything is just about you, right? So I have to find a healthy balance as well, because it's so liberating to be able to connect to aspects of Leo, but just realize that you don't want to feel like everything is just about you and nobody else matters, because that's not true, right? So be careful. Don't become arrogant or conceited. Like, think of a diva, right? Where it's like, let's say she's a singer and she orders her food for backstage and she only wants like only the yellow M&Ms, right? If she sees a green one, she's gonna tear up the tear up the room. Have you heard those horror stories, right? From like divas, people who just think they're all that, right? So be careful, right? So that's the darker aspect. What else? Well, being too playful, right? Being like not taking things seriously enough in a sense. Dark feminine energy, Lilith and Leo. I mean, you're captivating, baby. Like if you got this placement and you're a female, even if you're a male, you're sexy off top. Everybody's looking at you, whether they admit it or not, whether they want to hide it or not. You're attractive and you're sexy. Dark feminine energy, Lilith and Leo. We think about it, Leo's represented by the lion, the strength card in tarot. You don't want to overpower people. You don't want to use your beauty, your light for power dynamics. Like you don't want to try to be controlling others or exerting your power over another. Right? So that would be the darker aspects of Leo, because if you think about a lion, he's the king of the pride, right? He wants it his way, his rules, only what he says goes, right? So be careful with this placement and that power dynamics. And that's why I learned, and I have this rule in my own life. I want to focus on self-mastery, self-control. I don't want to control anybody else. I want to focus on controlling myself, right? I don't need to exert power over others. I need to exert power and master power over my own energy. That's what I'm concerned about, right? So be careful. Just because you're a leader, you don't want to use that to force other people to do things, right? Or become too bossy, right? Okay, so these are basically the main points I wanted to share with you. I loved creating this video. Let me know if you want me to do Lilith and all the different placements. I would love to do that. When I found out I had Lilith and Leo, I got so excited, felt so validated. I'm like, actually, I love Leo. Like, I would love to have a Leo placement, but I don't. Oh, but you do. Oh, but you do. So what you can actually discover and how much you can learn and grow when you start to know yourself better, right? And study your own chart. I hope this video inspired you in some way. I'm sending you so much love, so much power, so much healing on your journey. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video.